Pitt week, last week of the season. As I told the players yesterday in our team meeting, it's the last week of the season, and it's an emotional week because this is senior week, but it's not time to reflect because we still have another game on the schedule. And what we really need to do is make sure we put all our focus and our energy right now towards Pitt. Pitt has got an awful lot to play for coming in here as a 5-6 football team who's playing for bowl eligibility. Paul Christ has really done a great job there. You watch him from early in the season. It seemed like there was some confusion on the field, new staff, but they have really got it together, and I think they're one of the most improved football teams that I have seen from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. They have a host of names that are household names when it comes to Pitt football. When you look at them in the record books and what they're doing, kind of like the B.J. Daniels and those type of players for us. When you look at, on the offensive side of the ball, when you look at Sinceri, he's thrown 245 passes at this point without an interception, which is not our strong suit. And he's thrown 245 passes. He has not turned the ball over. He's thrown 18 touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the year. As a senior, I think he is really playing well and really giving them a great opportunity to be successful on the field. The other name is Ray Graham, who obviously was one of the best running backs in this league, averaging about 135 yards a game a year ago before he went out with a knee injury in about the 7th game. It's great to see him back. It's great to see him overcoming the injury that he did. He needs 52 yards, I believe, in this game to reach 1,000. Very talented running back. He's a slasher. He can cut. He's got great vision. He really does a nice job, and our defense is going to be challenged to kind of contain him, but also keep Sinceri in check with his play-action passing and what he does to run the offense and protect the football. Shanahan and Street, they're 2 wide receivers. Again, both of them in the record books, doing a lot of good things for them. Great size, 6'5", 225 pounds. It'll be a challenge for our defense. Their offensive line is big. I've really been impressed with what they've done so far this year as an offensive football team, but can't say enough to compliment those 4 young men and the type of football that they're playing for them right now as upperclassmen. Defensively, and this is where I probably see the most improvement with them as a football team right now from the beginning of the year until where they are right now. When I look at them, they are ranked, I think, 23rd in scoring, 25th in total, 28th in pass defense, 29th in the country in pass efficiency defense. They've really done a nice job when they started off at the beginning of the year with a couple hard losses, giving up a lot of yards and a lot of points. But since then, and as the year's gone on, they have really settled into what they're doing. They've simplified what they're doing, and their players are really executing at a high level right now, especially in the secondary. I do think they have one of the better pass defenses in this league. I've really been impressed with what they've done with that. They've got very strong defensive tackle, Aaron Donald. I've been really impressed with him up front, number 97, very active, quick, athletic, creates a lot of pressure for the offensive line, and it's going to be a challenge because I'm sure he's going to be lined up against Thor Joswiak a little bit, and it'll be a great challenge. But I know Thor's up for it. He's excited about it, and I think our football team, after going out to practice today, we had a good practice today, very spirited practice today in pads. The one thing that I have said all along during the course of this year is I love the work habits of this football team. I love the character and the work habits and the way this senior class has really kept it together. And with this being senior week, it'll be an opportunity to say goodbye to a very large group of seniors. When you talk about 25 of them, I think it is total. There are some players like the B.J. Daniels and Lindsey Lamar's and some guys that have been through some injuries that are going to be out there in street clothes, but it's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of people to say goodbye to some young men that have been very involved in this program, and I think have done an awful lot to add character, to keep this football team together, to really go out and provide work habits and a foundation that I think for a lot of these young players that are playing on the field right now, they have done a great job leading, although it hasn't been from a win-loss standpoint as we would all have hoped for. So I think it'll be a great challenge for us this week. Like I said, it's senior week, but at the same time, we've got a great challenge ahead of us in playing a really good football team in Pitt, especially from what they did to us a year ago when they were up there. I think our players understand the challenge we're up against, and they're really excited about going out and playing Pitt.